but it is where the money is. So let me show you. All right, so what I want to do for you is I want to take you kind of behind the scenes of some stuff. So I use this program here, and it is called, let me show it to you, it's called Segmetrics, and I'm hoping everybody can hear me. I don't know. I've had to mess around with my camera and my setup here, but I think we cool. All right, so anyway, what you're looking at right here is a date range here, all right? So this is where I ran some YouTube ads to drive people to a webinar. All right, and this is giving me a report on what I spent on those ads. All right, so from the 2nd of March to the 13th of March, just kind of like, it was right when I was starting to test these YouTube ads, you know, so I kind of wanted to show you like the beginning of the test and everything. All right, so that's our date range. Now, look at this. I'm going to say the purchase created in the date range, okay? So here are our ad campaigns. This is the name of the ad campaigns. Here's the spend for each one. I'm going to apply this filter. And what it's going to do, it's going to show me, okay, I spent $4,000 between March 2nd and March 13th. Right? And so this is on YouTube ads for this webinar campaign, automated webinar. It wasn't even an automated webinar campaign. I call it an on-demand class, which is a video on a web page. So it doesn't have any of the fancy stuff or whatever. So if you come over here, you can see, all right, spent $4,000, $4,100, got back, you know, $5,000 in revenue or whatever. So I made, you know, 122% return. So for every dollar I put in, I got $1.22 back, which ain't bad. You know, it was like whatever. It was an 11-day period. I mean, if we did that in the stock market, we'd be geniuses. But we're not going to retire off that, right? And so, like the normal marketer, okay, would say they'd be like, "Oh, dude, well, you got to fix your ad. You got to get better. You got to get cheaper leads. You know, you got to change your messaging or whatever. You got to get cheaper clicks. You got to get all those ad costs down." And they're not necessarily wrong. But that's going to give you incremental improvement. It's not going to give you like end game level, okay, game, set, match. I have a system. I can chill out and just press buttons and hit refresh all day. And I think that's really what we all want to do. You know, is get to a point where we're just running ads and hitting refresh and going, yay, it's working, right? So constantly tweaking that element, that tip of the iceberg it's a good use of time, kind of, but not really. It's not really going to do it for you, and here's why. So let's scroll back over here, okay? So now I want to show you, now notice what I'm going to do right here. We're going to take the same campaign, and now I'm going to show you all the purchases that were created after this date range. So again, this is showing me all the people who came from this particular, any ad campaign that had these. So these are the campaigns themselves. These were on YouTube. Everyone who came in that date range. All right, I spent $4,100 getting them. In that 11 days, they bought $5,000 worth of stuff. Now, let's have a look at something, all right? Let's say after the date range and see what they did, okay? It hit apply filters. It brought in another $4,200, okay? And so I'm filming this for you on whatever today is, the 4th of April? I don't know. Whatever, you know. It hadn't been that long, right? So it's been another 3 weeks or so. But that 3 weeks or so of follow-up sequence has created an additional $4,200 in revenue. Now,